Hardest players to predict in terms of how he's going to do. He can play world-class snooker, but at times he can also just not do anything at all, really. I'm sure it's frustrating for him. And there you see, he's missed the black. Playing the cannon, he was concentrating on the cannon to the red to stay on the other red to the corner. He's missed the black, and at this stage of the final, you just can't afford to do that.
One. Eight.
Not great, and you can understand it if there are nerves out there. On both sides, actually.
Lawler 8.
So that's a bit of a reprieve, really, for Marco Fu, having missed that black.
Foul. Lawler 4. One.
Stiff pot there. And I think we know what's going to come here.
Lawler 1.
Lawler reached a quarter-final in his very first season, the Mercantile Classic of 1991. It's been a long campaign, 22 years of professional, and this could be potentially his best moment coming up. Well, he's got another chance here. At the moment, he rates his best moment at Stephen Hendry, live on television in the 1996 International Open. He went on to reach the final, lost out to John Higgins, but I think with everything he's been through, looked like his career was over a couple of months back. I think this would be
1.
potentially more satisfying than that. This is a title, it carries ranking points, it's £10,000. He beat John Parrott at the Crucible as well one time, but I think this would be very special for Rod Lawler if he could finish off. When he turned professional, Margaret Thatcher was still Prime Minister. That's how long ago it was. He's had a lot of ups and downs.
8.
More downs, it has to be said, in the last couple of seasons, but this season he's played more snooker than anybody. This is his 43rd match if you include the Q School, so he's seriously match fit. And it's hard not
9.
to conclude that falling off the tour in the end did him a favour. It refocused him. And he's got to be focused now to finish off and win this tournament. Well, is the one to the middle here, or has that gone badly wrong? Looks like it's gone badly wrong. So it was a good chance that, but he's going to have to wait for another one.
Rod Lawler, 16.
Just 16 scored. He leads by 6 points in this 6th frame. But that's what he's been doing, Lawler, when he has been breaking down. He's played a good safety, and his good safety here has forced a mistake from Fu, who is beginning to look like he's had the stuffing knocked out of him, frankly. As I mentioned earlier, Rod Lawler's favourite film, The Shawshank Redemption, which is all about a man who displays a lot of patience to tunnel out of prison. Rod Lawler's displayed a lot of patience over the last couple of days to dig his way towards victory here. There's Marco's other half, Shirley.
1.
Fearing the worst, as I'm sure her husband is. Supreme effort from Rod Lawler. Whatever happens here, whether he wins the tournament or not, you have to admire the attitude and the application that he's shown. Well, every chance now. He's just got to hold himself together, but I mean, it's easy to say when you've sweated for 22 years on the circuit to win a tournament. It's not so easy to do. This black puts him 20 points in front. That's a nice nudge on the Reds. What a chance for Lawler, and what a story this is.
14.
He was down and out, he was finished. Well, so it appeared after the last season. Wasn't guaranteed to enter Q School, certainly wasn't guaranteed to come through it, but he did enter, and he did come through it in the last event, Q School event number 3. And ever since then, he's just played with renewed confidence. Oh, the
15.
red crept in, didn't it? It crept in, but it went in, Rod. That's all that matters. That got the old heart rate racing a little. Deep breaths are required here. He did say, or joked, that one of the reasons he went into Q School was that otherwise he'd have to get a job. But of course, being a snooker professional is a job. It's a tough one lower down the rankings. There's not a lot of money flowing down the bottom end. But there could be £10,000 coming Rod Lawler's way in a few minutes' time if he can just hold himself together for a few more shots. And I don't blame him here for taking a bit of time, because these are big, big moments in the life and career of Rod Lawler.
Twenty-one.
.27 points in front. So 3 of the 4 reds he needs. Well, incredible, really. Just shows if you still believe in yourself and you still work hard, anything's possible. Look at the players he's beaten today. Already before this final, 3 ranking event winners: Stuart Bingham, Stephen Lee, Dominic Dale. Of course, Fu is another one.
.28.
He doesn't have the flair of some of the players higher up the list, but what he does have is an iron will and a hard work ethic as well. And he is getting closer and closer to winning this PTC. It's got to be one of the most unlikely, but equally one of the most heartwarming stories I think we've ever seen in snooker. A long-time member of the game's supporting cast is about to have his moment in the spotlight. "22 years he's waited to win a
25.
title. This red, and it should be his." All hail.
26.
Not just in the tournament, but all season. Lost his place on the tour, got back on the hard way. And my word, hasn't he battled hard to win this tournament. Just make sure with the black. That should put the tin hat on this. If you've wondered how he's done it, 2 words,
43.
hard work. He's looking at the scoreboard almost in disbelief. Clenched fist. Rod Lawler has done it. Liverpool's Rod Lawler, for so many years dismissed as a journeyman, proving here that he has what it takes to win tournaments. As I say, an unlikely, but I think a very, within the game itself, within other players, a very popular win. Rod Lawler's never offended anybody, never spoken out of turn, just got his head down throughout his career and played his snooker. And over the last few days, he's played better than anyone else,
51.
simple as that. He's done it his way. And he's done it in the end the winning way. And he's going out here in some style. This new era of snooker is all about opportunity.
53.
Rod Lawler has grabbed his with both hands. Plus his glove in the latter half of the final.
69.
He's been professional for 22 years. And finally he's got his reward. Like a 60-meter finish, Rod Lawler wins the 3rd UK Players' Tour Championship tournament of the season. And he deserves that round of applause for the supreme effort he's made since he lost his place on the circuit at the end of last season. He beats Marco Fu here 4-2. Rod Lawler is going to be £10,000 better off. He'll be taking the trophy back over them very soon, and there, congratulations from the supporters. He'll be very, very satisfied with that. Why shouldn't he be? As I say, it's been a long road to get this far.
Again for coming along and supporting us over the last few days. As I've said before, there's a lot of faces to recognise that you come and support us every time we come to
Going to look after it.
We have played these events behind closed doors, and as I've said, it's just great for you to come along. It gives the players a bit more atmosphere and it really makes it feel good. So thanks very much for all the support. The South West Snooker Academy here in the capital venue in Gloucester, yet again delivered us some fantastic playing conditions, and I'd especially like to thank Paul Mount, Claire Mount, Jamie Watkins and all the team here for all their help and support. Hugh Butler was the UK marketing manager of Peter's Foods to present the trophy, and he was accompanied by Jason Ferguson, who's the chairman of the World Professional Billiard Snooker Association.
Yes, Jason Ferguson, the WPBSA chairman.
So firstly, commiserations to the runner-up, but congratulations also on some great performances. On his way to the final, he's beaten 2 world champions, last season's World Championship runner-up, and the winner of the season's first ranking event. So didn't quite get it today, but great performance. Well done, Marco Fu.
Well, it's always good to see Marco Fu playing well, as he did it. Just not quite in the final. not as well as he would have liked anyway.
I'm sure this is the highlight of quite a roller coaster ride over the last few months. Rod dropped off the main tour last year after, I think it was 22 years as a professional, but he kept his head up, he kept practicing, he went to Q school, he earned his place back on the main tour, and then straight away the first ranking event of the season, he got right through the final stages and went over to China. As I say, I'm sure this is the highlight. He's earned 2,000 valuable ranking points, a cheque for £10,000, but I'm sure more importantly for Rod. He's got the title of the UK PTC Event 3 Champion for 2012. Ladies and gentlemen, Rod Lawler.
Hands over the trophy, hands over the cheque. It's Rod Lawler, who's the last man standing in Gloucester. What a great effort from him. And he thoroughly deserves the round of applause he's enjoying. Terrific stuff from Rod Lawler. £10,000 better off, no wonder he's smiling.
We're back in just under 2 months, I think, for the last PTC.
And there's the trophy. And there's our winner. So well done to Rod Lawler. Terrific stuff from him. Has anyone ever worked harder to win a tournament? We'll be back with you on liveworldsnooker.tv for the Shanghai Masters a week tomorrow. But we say, finally, well done to Rod Lawler. Thanks for watching from myself and Phil Yates, your commentary team here. Good night.
I knew he could smile. Give it another kiss. Give it another kiss. That looks worried. Hold the trophy up a bit, Ron. A bit higher. 6 years of practice.